Yes. All right. All right. So I think we are good to start. Firstly, hello everyone, dear colleagues, friends, speakers, and to all our attendees. Good morning to everyone, and good day, good evening, good afternoon from whichever part of the world you're joining us today. It's with great pleasure, and on behalf of Thoughtworks, I welcome you all to the second edition of SecConf. So I'm Nikhil, and with me I also have Nal, who's my colleague. We both are going to be hosting this event today, and we are working as security specialist here at Thoughtworks, and we are going to be pairing today to host this event. And we thank you all in advance for joining us at this virtual security conference. And it is a pleasure to introduce you to all our speakers who have come from all across the globe today to share their knowledge and their experiences in the domain of cybersecurity. So to give a bit of a background about SecConf, so SecConf is a virtual security conference hosted by Thoughtworks. The inception of this conference happened somewhere in the year 2021, where we received enormous positive responses from the industry leaders and from the attendees who were part of the SecConf 2021 last year. And we had varied different areas of topics that ranged from very basic fundamentals around security to advanced level of infrastructure security, different areas of pen testing and DevSecOps, and all of them combined. This year, the theme of this particular SecConf is build security in and to build security at scale. So from then on, it was decided that from 2021, it was decided that we will continue this legacy of bringing in the best minds in the security industry to share their experiences and their experiments with the rest of us. So, as I said, the theme of this SecConf is security at scale and to build security in. The talks lined up today are focused towards how security can be scaled from a small organization of just 50 to a large organization of thousands as well. So that's going to be really fun today. I really am hoping that you all are going to take some of the great learnings from this event today. So with that, let me run you all through the agenda for today. So we have the introduction and welcome by Neelu Tripathi, who is the head of security for Thoughtworks India. And we also have keynote by Nitin Raina, who is the CISO for the Thoughtworks. And from then on, we have our lineup of speakers, joining us from different parts of the world. So we have, Sandesh, Mysore Anand, and Ashwath, who are going to be talking, who are going to be taking us through the DDoS side of the world on security. Then we have our next speaker, Lily Ryan. After that, we are going to be taking a very short break at 11:20. And at 11:30, again, we're going to be coming back where we're going to be looking at the SaaS application security. And from there on, we're going to be looking something around OPA, open policy agents. And finally, the last talk, which is going to be also a very interesting talk given by Madhu Akula around scaling the Kubernetes security in our organization. So more on the agenda will certainly be taken up by Neelu as she gives us the introduction. Before that, I wanted to introduce you all to Neelu, who is going to be welcoming our speakers. So this is the line of speakers that we have got, and I'll hand it over to Neelu with a quick introduction about her. So she is currently the head of security at Thoughtworks India. Her current area of works includes maturing the security practice at Thoughtworks, along with timely threat detection, vulnerability management, assessment, building security capability, security automation with the goal of building security into the application ecosystem. So she comes with a very rich background in the offensive security, primarily across vulnerability assessment and pen testing, red teaming, and threat modeling and design reviews of web applications and APIs. So all over to you, Neelu. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll pass it over to you.
Thanks, Nikhil. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to SecConf 2022. SecConf is a global platform to share and learn from the experience of industry experts, not just about secure development, because we have been hearing a lot about development side of things, but everything and the security of that comes along with development as well, like the new technologies, the platforms, the approaches, offensive techniques, and also attack scenarios alike. As the industry is growing, we have various challenges for security today. Many large organizations have very small security teams, and some small organizations may not even have one. Many of us in the industry are moving to cloud. This could be either to save costs or, in general, make it easier for business. But that also brings with itself loads of cloud security challenges. Many are adopting new technologies, new languages, new tech stacks, and that also brings a lot of challenge and a learning curve for them to just understand the technology itself. And then to do security for it becomes a difficult task for them. Some of us are dealing with new regulations today, as you would be hearing from time to time. And while all of us or many of us might be comfortable in the way we do security or the security controls that we have put in place in our own organizations, these new changes around regulations will require them to change their traditional ways of working and many times also their traditional ways of thinking. So, for example, going forward, they might have to look at designing their architecture differently to accommodate these changes or even handling data differently for that matter. While some of us are just growing too rapidly, so you would have heard many organizations, there are many unicorns, there are many companies who have recently started and are scaling up very fast. And with all that, catching up with security again becomes a difficult task for them. The environment amidst all of this is quite dynamic, and it, of course, is filled with changes. And often, when we are dealing with such challenges, we may wonder where to even start with security. The good thing is, irrespective of all this, there are more businesses that continue to grow and they continue to go digital. And this leads to the tech footprint along with, the attack surface increasing by the day, increasing by the year. Many of the recent breaches are a reminder of that. However, businesses today are realizing that there is a lot at stake for them, and this has made security paramount for them. And this is also one of the reasons why most of the key stakeholders, especially the boards, have started taking security seriously and are looking at security more as a business consideration than a tech consideration for that matter, which used to be the case earlier. And we hope that this trend will only grow from here onwards. We believe there should be a lot more participation from the defensive security communities, where we can discuss these practical aspects and challenges of engineering security in every fabric of the organization. There can be a lot more collaboration amongst the offensive and defensive security communities. Responsible disclosures should be followed by carefully thought through fixes which do not break, as we have seen clearly in the example of Log4j issues and a lot many before that. We need to understand that open source and individual contributions to supply chain impact the product security of organizations and corporate as well, and not just open source software. And hence, instead of doing security in silos as organizations, we can start contributing back to these open standards and initiatives in security, and or come up with new ones as and when needed. And this collective security was also one of the ideas behind the conference itself. We started last year with the motto of build security in, as Nikhil mentioned, and we still stand by it as we go forward. This year, we are excited to bring you various talks in today's events. And these are ranging from application security for SaaS to security automation to cloud infrastructure security and all the challenges within that. And as you will hear from our brilliant speakers today, some of the pragmatic approaches that they are taking to tackle those on the ground. With this, I welcome all the attendees and speakers for today's event. Hope you will have a great time and a great learning experience at SecConf today. Stay tuned till the end and enjoy the sessions. Thank you.